different asset owners come in with different interests, and different parts of an organization may have different interests. But certainly a big one is, look, a lot of these people are in the solar industry because they want to do the right thing. And so I think it does just start with like the heart and like, this is where I want to be. But that obviously doesn't pay the bills. So then the next, I'd say, in Maslow's hierarchy of needs of solar panel recycling, I think it's social license to operate. They're seeing the same thing I saw when I was at Sierra Club, which is to get a permit to build a new large solar plant, there's going to be opposition. And one of the things they ask about is what's going to happen at the end of life. And it's really important to come in there with a plan and knowing that you're working with a company that's built by the solar industry for the solar industry, that has ISO certifications, has been audited, has customers like AES and EDP and ENGIE and Sunrun, and all the big players are doing business with us. They've all been, publicly announced working with us. You see that and like, okay, if I partner with these guys and I walk in with a plan to the local PUC or the local county commission, I'm going to get a lot more credibility that I've got a strategy and plan in place. And then I think, there are other stakeholders who are demanding circularity as a part of their climate strategy. So Microsoft is an investor in ours. They started with, how do I power my data centers with clean energy? And they did a lot on that. And then they looked at it and said, well, it's probably my responsibility too to ensure that whatever new clean energy infrastructure I'm putting into the ground, that there's a plan to recycle it and ideally return it back into the domestic supply chain and the clean energy, value-added products chain. And so they are now requiring all of their developers for their data center projects to have a circularity plan built in. Like, you have to show how you're going to recycle. Ideally, you are doing what we're calling pre-cycling and setting that up in advance with companies like SolarCycle. And you're seeing the same thing from Google, Amazon, and others. They're all starting to require or strongly encourage recycling. So that's a big motivator.